Did a video like this not that long ago where we took a look at the effects of stress as a motivator. And, well, I think I've phrased it, or rather, I've framed it in this kind of a situation where athletes do this type of stuff all the time, okay? You don't want to do it, you think that your task at hand is a little bit too difficult, but you use that motivating factor of being put under an unbelievable amount of, well, stress, okay, to be motivated in order to accomplish a goal, and then you just do it. You don't know how you did it. You were uncertain about how you went about actually accomplishing the task, but you did it. And how do you properly access that ability? Well, you got to think like an athlete. Everything that you go up against needs to be a task that you can take on. Let's take a look at this. Athletes use stress to boost their well-being, and you can too. Well, thank you for that. Almost everyone wants to know how to reduce stress. After all, stress can have many negative effects on our body, on both our physical and mental health. An increasing body of evidence shows that changing the way we think about stress might actually better help us manage it. Not only can this improve our well-being, including our mental health, it can make us better able to thrive in stressful situations in the future. And the way you learn to do this is from athletes. The way a person thinks about stress in general is called a stress mindset. Okay. Some people see stress as something negative and think that it should be avoided completely. Others see stress more positively and think it will have benefits for their health, performance, and productivity. Studies in the United States and Australia, two groups of people who are under an extreme amount of stress a lot lately, have shown that people who see stress as enhancing can experience greater productivity at work, better mental health, and academic performance. There are also links between a positive mindset and how people view stressful situations, such as seeing difficult tasks as a challenge instead of a threat. But until now, little was known about stress mindset and athletes. Not really written down. It was always just kind of theorized because, wow, those people are under an incredible amount of pressure to perform. And then they do. How do they do that? Wow. Given that athletes encounter stressful situations that they often have a little control over every day, such as in the media or during a race or match. Or you can be like that stupid Naomi Osaka, oh, my mental health is compromised, I can't handle the media, and then just go to Tokyo and then just get photographed to be on front of a magazine cover. It really has something to do with the media, huh? It's not the fact that you're just lying to everybody? Okay. We collected data. I didn't. The author did. Data from more than 400 athletes around the world. Participants came from a variety of different sports and ranged from recreational to elite athletes. Questionnaires to measure athletes' stress mindset and their mental health. So what did they find? Stress mindset, of course. Athletes are a bit different from the average person, but that doesn't mean that we can't learn to change our own stress mindset to boost our mental health. Studies have shown that the average person watching videos that explain the positive effects of stress and why stress happens can help them to change their mindsets. Studies have even shown that watching videos can help people perform better when faced with a mock job interview and have better focus. Again, when I was going to get my degree in exercise physiology, I had to do some other stuff. Well, that was ultimately the degree I ended up getting in that, but it was to go in and become a personal trainer, accredited and all that gimmicks. You guys know all that kind of fun stuff, but also had to do a couple of different psychology courses, and one I remember specifically, it was in the context of football players. Okay, that was my teacher at the time. He loved to use NFL analogies when he was trying to get a point across, and then he said, yeah, like the night before a team makes it to the Super Bowl, they do the mental walkthrough of the game, so they always act like they've been there before, because they have been, at least in their mind, and that's the process that they're illustrating there. Okay, you watch a video of somebody in a job interview, you know the situation, you know the desk layout, you know the chair layout, you know what the room looks like, you can feel the temperature of the room, you have the suit that you're going to be wearing to go to the interview, you know you've been there before, and that you can just play it out because you have most of the questions already known in the back of your head. What's your greatest obstacle? What was one situation where you went above and beyond to be a good representative of the company? It's always just the same, a couple of different tweaks on the same questions that you are normally asked in a job interview anyways, and that, okay, you need to, in order to look engaged, you need to come with 2 or 3 questions that you need to ask the interviewer as well. So you rehearse and you workshop that, so you're always in control of the situation because you've been there before. Another study has also shown that thinking about your responses to stress as a positive rather than a negative reaction can improve well-being and academic performance. This might involve a person thinking of a nervous stomach as a sign that they are excited instead of stressed. So tricking yourself, those little physiological cues is one of those things, right? You hear your stomach grumble and it's like, oh, I'm hungry. But then again, you just kind of think through it in your head and it's like, no, actually, I didn't eat that long ago. Okay, what I ate was nutritious. It's kind of out of the cycle for me to be hungry at this point. Why is that the case? Oh, maybe because I haven't drank water in a little while. Maybe I'm a little bit dehydrated. And you just need to take a look. It's like, my stomach grumbling. It could be for a multitude of things, or it could be just the simplest answer that you might be neglecting something else, something as simple as having a glass of water. So again, it's getting more closely associated with your body. Best way to put this into practice is to visualize yourself in a stressful situation, how you would respond to it, similar to what an athlete might do. Exactly the scenario that I explained to you a little bit earlier. For example, imagine that you're about to give a presentation at work. First, acknowledge any symptoms of stress that you might be feeling, such as an increased heart rate. Second, welcome those feelings, recognizing they're designed to help you focus and increase your energy. Finally, visualize yourself making the choice to see stress as helpful and use their responses to thrive under pressure. This may seem difficult at first, but with practice, we can all learn to use visualization to reinterpret stress as being helpful. Stress isn't always distress. It's actually called eustress, which I haven't seen brought out before, but that's the motivator, okay? The propelling force behind you to do stuff. Yeah, it's tough. Yeah, it's going to suck. But you know that if you can just get through it, if you can break through that finish line tape at the end, you can move on to bigger and better things. So yeah, if you know that you have something taxing in the coming days, okay, if you have, like it says here, a presentation, if you have a big event that's coming up, workshop it through your mind, okay? Watch some videos. There is a vast treasure trove of resources out there where every situation that you've gone through, it might not be a one-to-one representation, okay? It might not be exact, but you can walk through those situations so you never have to show up unprepared for a situation. You've already been there before. That's how high-level athletes approach it, and that's how you can use those principles to make sure that you're never caught on the back foot. With that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. Why don't you follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.